mental health perspective. Now, if you join me on my other channel, Music and Mental Health, oh man, I'm surprised that I am good right now. Like, I feel fantastic, and I felt so angry to the point that I had to use all of my coping techniques at the same time. Like, let me pull all the coping techniques that I have ever accumulated over my 36 years of living and take them all out of the bag at the same time and try to use these just to calm down enough to get through the day. I'm going to go through this. It's not going to be as long of a version as I did on the other page, but to make a long story short, I went to the gas station. I handed the cashier $25. I said, $25, pump 11. I started pumping my gas, and then the gas pumped up to $10. And then, so I went back in and I thought, oh, sometimes it's like an electronic error, whatever, whatever. So I went back in expecting him to be like, try it again. The next $15 is going to come through. Or I thought he might say, the machine, it's like it's busted. That particular pump might be busted or something. So therefore, what I need you to do is to just take the $15, or here's the 15 back, or go on another pump because this one just is not working. Whatever it was, I just did not think that there was a possibility that he was just going to tell me that I paid him 10, and I had just been in there 2 minutes ago. Came out. So he was was like, what pump was that? I said 11. He printed the receipt. He's like, you gave me $10. I was like, I gave you $10. I'm giving you the calm version now. If you want to hear the real version, go on my Music and Mental Health channel, because I'm like 7 hours removed from that situation, so I can be calm right now. So I was like, bro, I handed you $25. Just now, I gave you $25. What's happening? And he was just like, you gave me 10. And I was like, is this a joke? I'm looking around and I said, is this a joke? The volume of my voice was very loud because I saw everybody looking at me, but I didn't care at that point. And I was just like, I'm walking out of here with this $15. You know, it's gonna be a problem. Back and forth, he was arguing with me that I paid 10. You paid 10. You paid 10. And I'm somebody who believes in going through the channels. What I mean by going through the channels is if this kind of thing was happening in some kind of corporate store, or if this was happening in some kind of like a certain type of business, I would just be like, I need the higher up so that I can file a complaint against this place. But like a gas station, where the owners are kind of in cahoots with the people who are at the register, the people at the register are their family members, if you dig what I'm saying. So I did ask for the supervisor after a while, because I was standing there. I felt like I was in a bad movie, because I was like, what's gonna happen if I leave here without my 15? Like, I'm not gonna leave here without my $15. I didn't even think what's gonna happen. I thought, what's gonna happen if they don't give me my $15? Because it's been a long time since I've ever felt this enraged and out of control. Because he wasn't saying, sorry, I might have made an error, etc., etc. Look at me saying this was gonna be short. It can't be short, because it's not really. This is like a 20 to 30 minute incident. So he calls over the supervisor. The supervisor comes over, is like, what seems to be the problem? I'm like, I put $25 in this man's hand just now. Like, well, at that point, it was probably like 20 minutes ago. But I was like, I was just in here, put this money in his hand. He puts $10 on the register. And he's not giving me the money back. And he says that I did not pay. So, wait a minute. That just reminded me. Bluetooth. So, he said that he did not pay. He said that I did not pay the $25. So, and if it shows that you get $25 on the cameras, I was like, we're checking cameras now zone at this point. Like where I can hand the man $25 and 2 minutes later he forgets and thinks that I gave him 10 and doesn't even think that it's a possibility that he made an error. So they made me sit there, viewing the cameras. After about like 5 to 10 minutes, go put your money. We put your money on the pump. You can go pump the rest. I was still mad, like regardless of the fact that I got the money in the end. It turned into a 30-minute thing filled with arguing and me being questioned, and then you checking the cameras like I'm lying. And like it took me a while to cool down from that, but I'm cool now. I'm still gonna see if I can find something, and it's making me like, it made me never want to go there again. And that's the gas station right by my house. Where I could have done better is that I could have made sure that I got a receipt before I left. I will never leave that particular place without getting a receipt. I'll never leave any gas station with no receipt. Even if I don't usually pay cash. That's probably the reason why I wasn't thinking about it so much. Because normally with the card, you have to get the receipt. So it is what it is. But, so time stampers, 7 minutes and 22 seconds challenge. 7 minutes and 22 seconds is when I'm starting to talk about the challenge. I'll put that in the comments later. We are now entering season 40 of the challenge. And I admit, there was a time in the last like 5-6 seasons where I had lost so much love for the challenge. And the reason why is I felt like it's become such a different game. I wasn't connected with the new people as much as I was connected with the old ones. There was just a lot about it. But what I wanted to say about the evolution of my fandom as a challenge fan. In the early days when I was watching the challenge, how old was I when I started watching the challenge? 13, 12, something like that. I was like, yeah, smash his head and eat it. Rip them apart. Throw that bed over the balcony. Call this person trash and this and that. Like, that was the fun for me. But now, I am, the challenge has been going on about 26 years, something like that. 26 years. And now I've gone through a lot of things in my life, and I became a counselor. It's just like, there's just much different about me. So I can't in good conscience watch the show and talk about those people like I used to. In addition, I never met challengers before in my life. Like, a lot of people talk about how much they hate Michelle. And I'm not going to lie to you. Before I met Michelle, I've met Michelle like 4 to 5 times now. And I would have met her tonight, but I just, circumstances that I decided not to go to the Challenge All-Star party, premiere party. But I met her like 4 or 5 times. And I just didn't like the way she played the game. I thought she was kind of snaky. I thought she was doing too much. I thought she was thinking that the game was Survivor. So I felt like she wasn't adapting to the challenge game. I felt like she wasn't taking accountability. And I might still think some of those things, but the other part of the equation is when I spoke to her, she was talking about how much challenge specific therapy that she's actually had to do. Like, she's gone to so much therapy just to get over her experiences on the challenge. And I've heard other people say that. Somebody else that people rag on is Nia. And she's talked about that too. So at the end of the day, I view them as entertainment. Like, I view them like WWE. It's not quite like that because, yes, the big prize, they get like a big prize for winning. yes, there is some more reality to it than WWE, because WWE is like a salary and then they choose who wins beforehand. Whereas, even as much as people like to say that production chooses who wins, I don't think that production can choose who wins. I think that they can add variables that strengthen somebody's ability to win. They can switch a competition up and make it so this competition favors this type of person and this type of competition favors this other type of person. They can suggest things that you say in the diary room or whatever they call it on the challenge, the confessional room. They can do those kind of things, but they can't literally. I feel like nobody's gonna actually come on a show where they're like, we have predetermined like winners or losers. So at the end of the day, these people are human, and I feel like, I don't know, fandoms of a lot of these reality shows are really toxic because they just push them to see who they're going to hate next. Who's going to be the person I hate? And I am somebody who always says it's healthy to have like a healthy villain. And what I mean when I say a healthy villain is if you have all the Landons on the show, if you have all the Leroys on the show, if everybody on the show is, who else is a nice guy? Like I kind of think Brandon's a nice guy, even though he wasn't so nice on All Stars. Like an Ace. Could you imagine a season just full of like goody goodies who everybody just loves on a whole season, and then there's nobody that's fighting with each other, there's nobody that has any contention with one another? So I have just changed as a fan where I just, I view my entertainment, I'm like, this is going to be done in however many months, 3 months, 4 months, and I'm going to enjoy it while it's on. And then when it's done, I'm going to go back to my regular life where these people are not factors. They're not important to my life. I don't know them personally. I mean, I've met several of them. I've had several conversations with plenty of them, but there's only a couple of them that I have their phone numbers. So there's not too many of them that I am deeply connected to like that. So I feel like most of y'all shouldn't be either. I can't tell y'all what to do, but that's just what I am saying for your boy. That's what I'm saying for myself. And what makes my channel different is really that. My channel is different in a sense that I don't sit here and just hate on all the cast and hate on all the people that aren't doing the things that I like, or the people who are just not my favorites. Like, it's just, I watch, I enjoy, it takes me away from the life that I'm living. It takes me temporarily away, gives me something else to focus on, and it brings me joy. Watching these shows does not make me angry, it makes me happy. There are people that I'm like, God, you're annoying, or I hope that you get eliminated soon. But overall, I love these shows, and that's why I watch them. And if it was anything else, I would not be spending my time doing that. But do you, boo, as they say. So that's it. I'm excited. We got 2 hours until season 40 drops. It looks going to be, looks like it's going to be really exciting, and I'm looking forward to watching it, recapping it, and I hope to see y'all there. Talk to you soon.